Have you worked with collapsing lanes or taken note of the fact how minions, when they lose a target, will attack the first thing in line next?
Right. Yeah. I haven't done anything with it, but I've noticed it.
Cool. So that's why the Zerg wave on Braxis, which is going out of the rotation, is so powerful and so dangerous to so many players that when it kills the fort, that entire wave of Zerg now says, cool, what's next? And if it's you, you're dead.
Right.
Which happens to tons of people. So that is a trick we use on Genji to maximize DPS. So let's go ahead and we'll roll into the middle lane here. And we'll play with the collapse of the lane a little bit. Go ahead and take that Agile Dismount. The reason why Agile Dismount has such a huge pick rate, as well as a win rate, ultimately, is because for now, what you want to do is think of Agile Dismount as every engage you will possibly make forever. Swift Strike is your disengage. So just like a Nubarak, you would walk into the fight and then disengage. If you burrow forward, if you Swift Strike forward, everyone's going to target you and kill you because you're now on cooldown.
Yep, and it's funny, while you were doing the Black Hearts Bay game, this is what I was actually trying to teach myself, because I love Swift Striking in. I don't know what it is about that ability, but I love the Swift Strike.
And it's right there. It's your E. It's a 12-second cooldown. That's not a ton. Cyber Agility is probably the most disappointing ability in the game for me. It has 0 increased speed at all. Yeah. You are moving at base speed, and all you do is leap into the air and come right back down. Unless you actually clear terrain with this thing, you are not creating a advantageous situation by using the leap. So, for example, here, if I roll into lane and I go, oh, I've made a mistake, and leap away. Because I was mounted, I had increased speed there. If I wasn't mounted, this does not move me any faster than actually walking. So that is why you never disengage with the Cyber Agility. So go ahead and start clearing my lane here. This is the Genji patience moment. So basically here, let's imagine you're Zagara, you're out pushing me phenomenally, you're wrecking the lane, there's nothing I can do about it. That is great. This is the exact situation I want, because the collapse of the lane is about to happen, and I'm ready to go. So if I can catch it out front there as all these other minions go, and then I simply disappear back. My job's done. That amount of damage I did into you was my poke. Now I'm just stuck on refresh, waiting for that next go. So here we're not actually going to have that situation happen too much, just because both Genjis are pushing so slowly. But if you're ever up against a solo laner, they will be out pushing you, and you can use this. And here comes another situation, right, where I would leap in, and then all those things target me, and I'm gone. And lost no health, no viability, did a little bit of damage to the lane, but keeping things a little scary.
Yeah.
So you got a big old lane now. Let me go ahead and clear it out, and then you can give it a shot here. Of course, that channel, the Deflect, is based on heroes it prioritizes, but you still have to be in that very small range to actually have it lock on to them. So we'll get one more wave cleared out here, and then we'll have you give it a go on my big ol'... That's pretty good. You can see any missile shots kind of follow you back, so you will take a little bit if you don't hang out, if you hang out to that last moment. But this is honestly one of the main Genji tricks.
Is just dive in, deflect, run away.
Yep, and here comes a big wave right now. So here's the big old wave. I'm inside. Yep, exactly. Great. Great poke damage into me, no damage into you, and it's the same sort of Illidan problem. If you take any damage at all on Vala, Illidan has a self-heal a little bit, but any of these characters, you're going to find that you are completely removed from combat, and it's going to take an actual healer or your well to regenerate off that moment. So that is big step number 1, is keeping an eye, kind of playing like a stealthy, and just watching for the collapse of a lane to make the ultimate use of it, landing right next to the character. Exactly. Great damage. And that damage goes up over the course of the game, making it more dangerous. Also, it's really scary. You look cool. You're getting in their head. All that sort of stuff.
It does look cool.
The real difficulty and why, we're going to spend an hour and a half playing games here together is because now you have to do this while making sure you never, ever, unless you're guaranteed a kill with an insanely thin skill shot, use Swift Strike for an engagement.
Right.
I could use Swift Strike for an engagement like this if I wanted to, but I'm only doing that because I can jump over this wall now.